and then go straight into the address bar and visit this website, code.visualstudio.com. code.visualstudio.com. It will open the home page to be able to download this. I can use this download button. I can also come here to click on this to show me the various versions that are available for different operating system. So if you are following me and you are using Mac, you can still use it. If you are using Linux, you can still use it. I'm using Windows, so I'll just click on it, on the download for Windows. I've already downloaded it, so I'll click on the downloads. You should see the progress here and then the application setup right here. So you can just open it in your downloads to be able to install it. So I'll go into my downloads folder and then try to install the Visual Studio Code setup. I have already installed it. So it is prompting me that I already have it and it's even opened. Alright, so you just follow the instructions on the normal setup installation. It's not difficult at all. If you have any difficulty installing it, please kindly let me know. I will help you in resolving that challenge. Now, after installing this, what you are going to face, you're going to get the very first welcome page on Visual Studio Code. This is the welcome page of Visual Studio Code, and we are going to tell you the reason why we are dwelling on Visual Studio Code and not any other browser. I told you there's a particular reason why I like Visual Studio Code. So let's just go into it. Click on File, choose a new text file. Let me select the language. Let me just choose HTML. Now we are faced with an untitled document or an untitled text file. You can also see it here, untitled. Now when you are on this page, you are not going to get the particular reason I asked us to get Visual Studio Code. The reason is, if I type my opening HTML tag, HTML, and I close my angle brackets for the opening tag, I'm not getting any autocomplete feature, and that is the reason I asked all of us to get Visual Studio Code. It has very unique features for auto completion. It has color coding too, so it enables us to see where we've gone wrong. You can easily debug it also at the base here. Okay, if there are any problems, you can easily see, and then to show you which line has that problem, you can easily go there and then resolve it. So what I want us to do to get the machine ready for our HTML, I just want us to save our very first file. So let me just delete this, clean this. Let's save it. Let's save it to, you can save it to any name. Let's just save it to HTML. And every file in HTML, in order for it to show on the browser, must have an extension of HTML. So let me just write school.html. It should get an extension of HTML in order for the browser to be able to render that particular file. Okay, so let's just click on save. For now I'm saving it on the desktop, so let's just click on save, and I'll show you why I want you to download Visual Studio Code or VS Code. And you can see we have saved our first file, even though it is empty. You can also see it here, saved, and you can see the directory, the path. So school.html saved on the desktop. Alright, so let me just write my first HTML for you to see the reason why I asked you to. Now you see, when I type the HTML, I didn't type this particular one. I didn't type this. What I typed was the first one, and it did the auto completion for me. So this is the reason I want all of you to get it. It has cool features. When we start, I will show you other ones. One of it is the auto completion, like I said. Okay, one of it is the auto completion, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, thank you for downloading the text editor of choice, even though I prefer you to get Visual Studio Code. And then also thank you for getting a browser to be able to render our code on it, because we are designing an application for the web. If I'm doing something for the internet or for the web, definitely we need a browser to be able to render that particular application. Thank you again. We'll meet in our next lesson.